Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gaming the Max and part 6 of our Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich, the German Empire. So, in the last episode, we did defeat Hugenberg and we caused the parties not to split, which was an amazing feat. I was very happy with that. On top of that, we have been fighting. Excuse me, I'm still sick, guys. But we went down, fought in Bulgaria. We beat the Fourth Balkan War in favor of Bulgaria. We also won the Civil War for the Kingdom of Spain. We were over here fighting for the American Union States for a while. We've pulled out for right now. I might try to go back over and fight again, but not looking good for these boys. All right. Middle Africa has been at war with Portugal for quite a while now. They've taken huge swaths of land. This is all Portuguese land. And then you've got this Portuguese land over here in Mozambique and Hamad and Gaza. So you've got these territories over here. Don't know how long this war goes, to be honest. But we shall see. We shall see if this new administration will keep going, and hopefully they start to gain some stability. Excuse me again. So yeah, Middle Africa's down here fighting against Portugal. Portugal has not had a good time of it. And what else? I think that's about it. And and the big thing is we're at war with Belgium right now against King Albert. I'm not sure if we win this, if King Albert stays in power and we puppet Belgium or we bring back Flanders Wallonia. I'm not sure just yet, but we'll get these troops hopefully to defeat them, and hopefully we'll get the stockpile that they have been building. It's probably not much of anything, but anything is better than nothing. So let's start up and let's try to win this out. The BASF declared record profits. The Bunge und Sodafabrika, or BASF, has declared record earnings as of late as the largest oil company operating in Germany and Eastern Europe as a whole. This is no surprise, as concurrently with Ukraine's ongoing industrialization program, they have helped the Ukrainian oil industry take off. We've been able to reap some of the benefits ourselves, especially due to the Skorpeninsky administration's lucrative deals with German businessmen. We get a fantastic initiative, plus 25 political power, or in Ukraine you get 6 oil, and they give the rights to that oil to us. I think that's much better than just the political power, so we're going to do that. Get us a little bit of oil. Keep going. We got to fight across the... Ukraine's offering us some more weapons, probably because we're, negative 11,000 there. The League is at war with the Guangzhou People's Government, so I will probably send troops when I'm able to over here to support them. Something that I've realized, and I don't know if this is just because it hasn't happened yet or nothing or something, but the Indo-Chinese revolt never occurred. Now, the Dutch East Indies did fall, and Insulindia is now in power, but I didn't even get the notification for it, so technically the Dutch East Indies was a part of the Reichspakt, so I don't know what happened with that. Let's continue on. Two Sicilies is getting absolutely hammered right now. Let's see. Let's do Yearning for Cannae. For gives us that Victors of the Veltskrieg. Knocks that down and we'll be more prepared. Let's see. We're good on the game. Well, that wouldn't really be worth it. I forgot I have an Air Force. Need to put you to aggressive. Need this war to be over soon. We'll eventually win this just by sheer manpower. You got the Baltic state over here. We got mass immigration. Yeah, they're no longer the United Baltic Duchy, they're just the Baltic state. Still hit really bad with Black Monday. Right there. That'd be alright. Sure, Poland, you can join. Council votes on limited conscription force in the volunteer force. The High Commissioner has convened the Legation Council for an important administrative matter, whether or not to allow international volunteer forces to begin limited conscription of the citizens of the international quarter to allow the forces to better defend the cities. With the hope of lasting peace in the Far East growing even further away, many in Shanghai find it necessary to expand the local protections available to the cities. If limited conscription is implemented, it is likely that the Council will not feel obligated to expand recruitment to ethnic Chinese, a move the volunteer force leadership is said to greatly oppose. However, the Council might also feel able to expand their forces' manpower, allowing us to trust their own defenses more. Yeah, it don't matter. Japan, you don't hate us. Can I get some rifles from you? I think Russia doesn't hate us either. Yeah, this would be funny if they would. Let's actually improve some relations with them. Bulgaria, I doubt you even have rifles to give me. Oh, you do. We'll just go around and just ask people for weapons. Spain won't, even though they like us. That's okay, Spain. Sorry. Would you send us rifles? No. Okay. You guys actually might. Nope. What about the Qing government? Would you send me some cheap rifles? No. Alright. That's alright. Bulgaria sent me 200 rifles. we need to push right there and then loop into Brussels. Tensions between the Zentrum and the SPD. Unity within the democratic opposition have suddenly taken a significant blow as several of the new generation socialist writings for the Vorverats openly called for the secularization of the education system to fight against the influence of the churches in politics, which caught the attention of Zentrum politicians. An article war has broken out in the press, each side attacking the other for exposingly weakening the unity of the anti-reactionary coalition and putting the struggle in jeopardy. Ultimately, we are the ones who benefit as we can take a break from the constant criticism. Gain one stability, negative 1% change in social democracy and social conservatism. This has been an incredibly costly war. How much artillery do we have? Not a crazy amount. If I add artillery to this, make it 21 combat with, do I have enough? Nope, not even close. Puerto Rico declares independence. Poland wants to send us some rifles. Got Puerto Rico over here in its own government. Let's see, Costa Rica, you're our friends. Let's see, Japan. You send us rifles. Russia, would you send us rifles? Not yet. Japan send us 1,200. Not a crazy amount, but it's something. I hate fighting across rivers. Nicaragua has joined the Liberal Pact, though it passes in the Legation Council. About to break through right here. For how much equipment I've lost. At 4,000. Sending me some. Sweden wants to join. I don't know if this brings back Flanders Wallonia or if we keep Belgium with King Albert in charge. I really wouldn't care if King Albert was in charge. I wouldn't consider that to be a bad thing, so. Let's see, Russia. I want to just see how many guns Russia will send me. Stop improving relations. 2,800. That's pretty nice. The Ottomans might send me weapons. I forgot about that. No, they will not. Not even close. What about you guys? No. No. Nope. Alright. this is the fall of them here. There's yearning for Kanay. This one, it's a bunch of military factories. Very nice. Honduras joined the People's Vanguard. Better defense for our rifles. Let's see. Scroll to the top. So we've got our game going on. There we go. We want it. Just for those 3 focuses. Hoping this war would be over by this point. We're so close to capitulate. How many did we end up losing? 42,000. Quite a bit. Well, he's canceling their material support. That's fine. Some time left with that. A little bit of time left with this. Got research speed going. The Irish Socialist Republic joined the Third International. Austria finally annexed Hungary. The 2 Sicilies have capitulated. Search that. Heart attack and piercing. And the Italian Republic's at war with the Socialist Republic of Italy. I'd say when we take Antwerp, we'll end it. Meddling in the Polish elections in 1938 are looking extremely tense. The liberal opposition to the MKP and the King's government has only grown during the economic depression, and no doubt because of the foreign agents smearing us at every turn. The King wishes to keep the elections as legitimate as possible, but we could pressure his government to skew the electoral process a bit in their favor, accompanied with a large sum to bolster their campaign. Popularity of the interpartisan circle will grow. Make sure they win or sustain their precious democracy never. He wins this outright though, right? No. I can't believe. Let's make sure they win. Not sure if I when I make, if I do that, if that's what causes them to rebel when we're fighting Russia, but there we go. Belgium capitulated. We'll take all. Well, they don't have a navy. Okay, we'll just take all. Split demands. Confirm an exit. Pause. You gentlemen. Ooh, the Swiss are national populist too. Okay, well that works out for us. Well, they could have went aid from Germany, but they didn't. The nationalist coup. At least we don't have an enemy there. Local Zentrum and politicians attack the government. Several mayors and a few members of the state governments, all from the Zentrum party, have recently launched criticisms to the direction of our government, claiming that some of the projects and plans envisioned by the cabinet stand against the democratic nature of the Constitution and are highly suspicious. Their statements, publicized among the press, demand a return to the moderate conservative government, which will defend the tradition and the rights of the states while retaining the achievements of March. Lose 30 political power and change in social, the change in popularity of social conservative plus 1%. That's a lot. Right there. All right. So wars that I'm interested in. Italy. So we'll send volunteers. Probably. Oh, I can only send 3. So let's see. We'll send down Meinstein with air volunteers. I can't send you all stuff. I was going to send some troops to fight down in Portugal, but I cannot. Oh, over here. You guys don't actually need my help, but I will send. Well, I can send 5 to you guys. So I actually get my other Panzer division under Gunther von Kluge. We'll send you over. Send air volunteers, and then you all ain't gonna last. So I might have backed the wrong horse, but we can still support Douglas MacArthur's. But man, he's hurting too. We might just wait. Honduras, you join the People's Vanguards, which are both paternal autocrats. You're in the Revolutionary Front. And you have your own, so. Excuse me. Oh, well, Bolivia is no longer paternal autocrats. Argentina looks like it's about to get its face kicked in. So I actually send you volunteers. I can send you 5. I don't really like my horse regiments. It's kind of a weird mix of units here, but we'll send these over to Argentina. Paraguay is at war with Argentina and Bolivia. want Argentina to survive. No. Whenever we're able to, we'll send some units over there. You're doing your military. We haven't gotten anything about Belgium yet. Waiting for it to pop up as an event. Let's do better armor. Oh, there it is right there. Fate of Belgium. Liberate a loyal Belgium. Adds anti-German sentiment. Change the national focus to the Belgium-German focus. Split Belgium. Maintain. Nah, we'll liberate a loyal Belgium. Let's see. Assembly line, funds gain. Let's do that. Adapting to modernity. So we did bring back Flanders Wallonia under Eldebert the First. And they just start up where they left off. I'm alright with that.
Angetreten. Achtung. Bereit. Angetreten.
The fate of Dunkirk. Yeah, just give it to Flanders Wallonia.
Angetreten. Bereit. Befehle.
Yeah, I was like, why is that being stupid? Defense, breakthrough. Let's do that. Production efficiency gain. Like that. Volunteer forces are moving. They're on the move. Mali has capitulated. Alright, now my troops are everywhere. Move you all south. Let's see. We got those troops there. We got these troops here. And then Italy. Defend the line. technically, Austria, you don't really too much care for us because of the difference in ideologies. The Bush War, the German advantage. With these last few months of the war having gone past without an overwhelming victory to either side, our High Command has gone worried. They advise that our forces in Africa could not sustain the war against Portugal for much longer, and with the current situation being in our advantage, we should attempt to reach a settlement that will allow an end to the fighting. Let's make it end. While we have not achieved a complete and decisive victory, our situation on the ground, as for the moment, it's looking significantly better than that of the Portuguese forces, and thus we could still demand some concessions from them, though not as many as we would have been able to should we have gotten a complete victory in the field. We shall demand northern Mozambique. This is right there. Where we need security zones in Mozambique and Angola. I wonder if security zones are just like like you can't move troops through. Let's just demand northern Mozambique. So our Middle Africa has gained a bunch of land. So the Sultanate of Najd has technically, I guess, taken out the Muscats. Oh, they just got a truce. And the monarchist coalition was re-elected in Poland. Good for you guys. Adopting to modernity, the Altgardistan. Though all the commanders and theorists of note in the Heer follow the doctrine of mobility and encirclement, far from all desire to radically reform the system. After all, the Weltkrieg was won by the time-tested German army, and now our enemies are even weaker. All that the Heer needs to do is to adopt to certain modern technological developments to maintain its edge. The Altgardistan, the Old Guard, are formed by veteran generals of the Great War, Prussian aristocrats, leaders of the federal armies who are worried that their autonomous structure and traditions might be abolished by the reformist-minded colleagues, and many others. They are not of a defined faction, merely a conservative establishment which does not desire to fix what is not broken. The Black, White, and Red Coalition seeks to defend the traditions of the German nation from encroachments of radicals, and who, too, are supported by the Prussian aristocracy and their natural allies. The Imperial Army is the best in the world, and we get the 3 divisions to bolster them. Let us... I kind of want to do this. Hurts the Russians for a little bit. No, let's do leading the flock. There's a couple things I want to do. Italy, yeah, you guys just hold. Sadly, we couldn't save the 2 Sicilies. Paraguay has been annexed. Let's do that. Our superior firepower doctrine.
Angetreten. Achtung. Bereit.
It's kind of the only good thing about cavalry is they're incredibly fast.
Achtung.
So is motorized.
Achtung.
Siam has joined the co-prosperity sphere. We've taken Porto Madryn.
Ausrücken.
just like running through here. No resistance.
Bereit.
Eberhard von Moccasin has fallen ill. Unfortunate. End of turn. That'll bring it down to -1. We're about done with that.
Bereit. Achtung.
I feel like our 3 units are strong enough to take that. Order has been restored in Burma. Burma, a young republic recently facing a deep political crisis, has restored order thanks to the swift and resolute action of the Ostasian fleet. The Burmese ambassador acknowledged their appreciation for the German Empire and Admiral Humith Mook. Now they seek closer relations with the German Empire to protect their independence and stability. That's fine. We'll guarantee their independence. Air Force budgetary requests from Flanders Wallonia in an effort to better prepare their southern border against the Syndicalist threat. The government of Flanders Wallonia has requested us to loosen some of the military restrictions imposed on them, as such allowing them to better guard the Ludendorff felling. Yeah, that's fine. You guys are sadly without a military, and you have no manpower because I kind of defeated your entire military. There's the anti-German sentiment. Keep going.
Unter Beschuss. Angetreten. Ausrücken.
I'll just keep driving around to their
Bereit. Achtung. Ausrücken. Achtung. Befehle. 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 Bereit.
This is kind of funny.
Befehle.
You gotta love the mobility, you know?
Angetreten.
There's leading the flock. That was important. I kind of want to do the South American cordon. Morocco asked for support. The Moroccans are asking for a military mission to help develop their army. Yeah, we'll send a military mission. All right, the Golden Throne Jubilee. Today is a day of momentous celebration. Exactly 50 years ago, in 1888, our Kaiser Wilhelm II assumed the throne after the unfortunate death of his father, Frederick III. The past 50 years have seen Germany become a worldwide empire and establish a hegemony throughout Europe, all while making immense reforms at home. The Wilhelmine era has been a period of great change, conflict, but also greatness. The Kaiser, already nearly 80 years old and in weakening health, has made a tour of his empire, meeting his subjects and visiting the monarchs of his constituent states. His eldest son and heir apparent, Crown Prince Wilhelm, fulfilled much of the duties during the visit. Already the people and government officials are expecting him to be required to assume the throne soon. Preparations are slowly being made for the transfer of powers of duty. Long live Kaiser Wilhelm II, gain +2 stability and political power +25. Sorry, y'all. Let's get our Altegardistan up, and we're not going to do anything over there. Poland is unstable and military setbacks might cause a coup. That's horrifying. Get some piercing for our infantry equipment.
Unter Beschuss. Angetreten.
Ah, they moved quicker than what I can get around.
Achtung!
Trying to get this Patagonian workers front to collapse.
Angetreten.
Actually, you know what? Let them go.
Ausrücken.
They've opened the door to their country. Excuse me. Alexander Medzkowicz, a leading figure in the Tarozetso, or the Young Kashbuyan Association, has been working to release his project, The History of Kashuba, in snippets of the Grift newspaper since 1922, and a book form since 1936 in reaction to the Geschichte die Kashbun by Frederick Lawrence. A Lawrence book was perceived as a history Germanization of Kashbuya. Mezhowitz decided to highlight Kashbuyan nationality as Slavic by beginning his book with a short history of the Slavic nationalities. He perceived that Western Slavs, including Pomeranians and Kashbuyans, were influenced by Western Europe, and with Germany as its main influence strengthened the Germanization. It's followed by a geographical overlook of Kashbuya, its local groups, and the histories of the nation. Later, the book presented history from legends through pagan culture, Polish rule, and the duchies of Pomerania under the local Sobieslovs dynasty, Teutonic rule, renewed Polish administration, and finally Prussian rule, which lasts to present day. Alexander Mezhowitz didn't live long enough to see his book published, as he passed away earlier this year when it was being printed. A committee was formed, made up of his former colleagues, who decided to publish the book in his name alongside the novel. Zves is Portuguese Rumisa. Since release, the book was met with harsh criticism from the right, who call for banning the book, but has been lauded by the Kashbians and liberal politicians. Is his surname Majewicz or Majewiski? Gained -1 stability.
Zeigt es ihnen. Ausrücken. Bereit.
The opposition criticizes the army. The two most influential opposition parties, the SPD and the LVP, have begun using the Reichstag as a soapbox. It's time to agitate against military spending. Both parties have pointed out the massive finances rightfully dedicated to the hair and called for a reduction, which they state could be redistributed to social services or education. Supposedly and foolishly, according to them, Germany is under no threat except for the threat it creates with the aggressive military. Not only that, but the SPD deputies pointed out the supposed influence of the hair in political affairs, claiming that the OHL is influencing the incoming government attacks, which were immediately rebutted in the parliamentary arena. How dare they attack our national heroes? Lose 2% war support and change in popularity of radical socialism and social democracy +1%. We've lost some territory over here in Italy. And over here.
Bereit.
The German Empire only considers peace if Germany and East Asia are no longer controls. Okay. Uruguay wins the World Cup. You guys are doing pretty good. Let's see. Honduras.
Achtung!
Middle Europa Commission Summit's choice of agenda. Let's do them arm experts. We'll come back in here and create the regulation system. All that does is improves the effects of our generic agendas. So instead of one civilian factory, we get 2 civilian factories, 2 military factories, and so on and so forth. Should have been paying attention and should have done that first. Doing that. Got 18 days on that. Department for the New World Operations.
Los, los, los! Achtung! Ausrücken!
Yeah, we're just gonna
Bereit! Achtung!
the Jiangxi click declared war on the Qing government. Alright. This is a cancer sore right there. Due to the South American. Oh, they made Hungary and Transylvania. So what route did you all go? Wonder if they did, I don't know what they done. Wonder if it was probably just the status quo. I'm not too sure. Alright, one thing is for sure. Building trucks. I want to change some stuff. Alright. A lot of stuff that I'm looking at getting done here soon.
Angetreten!
Troops are doing pretty well over
Befehle!
here. Panama requests investments. Panamanian and diplomats have come to us requesting investments, claiming that after a short period in the red, will profit greatly from investing. Sure. It's 30 days. And if we don't get it, man, it'll be alright.
Achtung!
We'll be fine. Alright, there's that. There's a whole 24 divisions there. Our Swiss assets nationalized. We were informed that the national regime in Switzerland has nationalized all foreign-owned economic assets in their nation in an attempt to gain greater control over their economy. Naturally, we have not significant holdings there, and we are under pressure to gain the lost capital for our citizens. Angry with the government. Yeah, I mean, not happy about it. But I'd much rather have a national populist Switzerland there than a communist Switzerland there, so they've split Italy there. Does not look good for Italy. Ah, yes, there goes the Patagonian Workers Front.
Angetreten. Bereit.
Crap.
Achtung. Angetreten. Bereit. Suchen Deckung.
Might lose that 2nd Cavalry Division. Like a big dummy.
Unter Beschuss.
The economy recovers. A long period of economic downturn has finally come to an end. A long series of strategic government policies to alleviate the malus have finally had their effect. And for this time of year, Germany has reached pre-1934 industrial production levels. Gain plus 10, not only have the effects of the economic crisis sparked Black Monday have been curtailed, but also the instability that set in the market ever since the election of Boris Syndicalist in the Russian Republic. Now that productivity and employment have been restored to stable levels, emergency economic controls can be loosened, and financing for other government programs expanded. The Heer has been issued to initiate major reforms, and their leadership has already begun lobbying members of the Reichstag to finance ambitious rearmament projects. Long live the unsurpassed empire. Game plus 10 base stability, and the Black Monday card game is over. We have won. Awesome. That is what we wanted to see. Oh yeah, with that. Still the New York economy over here. We still have a large part of the conservative revolution. There's so many focuses to do. Up here. We'll get this done, and we might do like the Balkan and Caucasus states. Maybe that military mission to Austria. Improve relations with you for a little bit.
Achtung! Ausrücken! Bereit!
Now Argentina. The Hawaiian royalty visits Berlin. The Hawaiian royal family has come to Berlin in order to meet with the German royal family and all their notable dignitaries. They spent their day touring the sights of Berlin as well as private meetings with the political leaders of the country. The relations between the German Empire and the Kingdom of Hawaii have improved because of the visit. Aloha from Germany gains approval of government. You all join the co-prosperity sphere, right? Yeah. Looks like the American Union States is about gone, and it looks like the United States is about gone. One, two people I was hoping to win this.
Achtung!
Fall of Guangzhou.
Angetreten!
There we go. They are gone.
Achtung!
Oh, you're at war with the Shang-Chi clique as well. Okay. Yeah, right here. Two better medium tanks. Let's do that. Production output. Oh no, I didn't choose that. Breakthrough. Whoops. Alright. Over here in Argentina. Haiti declared war on the Dominican Republic.
Bereit!
fall of Baton Rouge. That one. Let's do the Austrians, and then we'll do the Balkan territories. Start defeating these Chilean units.
Bereit. Angetreten. Achtung!
Argentina has troops from Peru.
Befehle.
The fall of Santiago. An incident in London. Let's see. Still lose that cavalry unit, but that'd be alright. Incident in London. London, trouble is brewing. The morning, another note verbal. Arthur Horner administration has arrived at our embassy at Carlton House, Terrence. It demands immediate appearance of the ambassador Leopold von Huys at the British Foreign Office. Normally, such drastic measures are only taken in case of serious policy disagreements between two states, but in recent months, London has made use of this tool quite often to express their disagreement with all kinds of dissident-related events taking place somewhere on German soil. Accordingly, our ambassador was not very surprised. I lost where I was reading. Oh yeah, when it was transpired that the matters at hand was a trivial one, it turns out that recently British counterintelligence has arrested 2 members of the Committee for the Restoration of Great Britain in Dover and found compromising documents on them that revealed their ties to our Secret Service, Alpatine III, or Alpatine 3B. Of course, London now demands that the measures against that are initiated immediately. Hoyce is thus faced with a foreign political dilemma. In principle, it is not uncommon nowadays for intelligence services to have opposition members of the rival states on their payroll. And the Syndicalist Bloc, it has been common practice to support the left-wing scene in Germany too, even if we have no tangible proof of this. In addition, the German Foreign Office has no control over the Secret Service, and therefore cannot be held responsible for the incident. Therefore, this British harassment, one of many in a row, seems like an act of deliberate provocation. Provocation. Now that the following question arises, are we willing to grant British concessions in the name of international detente, or is a better option to remain uncompromising and rebuff their audacious request? After all, no foreign country has the right to intervene on our domestic affairs. The Brits demand a cessation of support for the CRGB, and we shall stand firm. World tension is increased by 3. Germany does not bend. Intervention from Berlin. As one of the most renowned representatives of the German diplomatic corps, Leopold von Huys always knows what words are needed in what situation to mediate conflicts which acted in the Empire's best interests. However, despite his excellent reputation as a matter negotiated, the Foreign Office of Berlin has directly intervened into this diplomatic dispute. This is no surprise. State Secretary for Foreign Affairs Ulrich von Hassel has long been a critic of Huys's pragmatic course and has pushed for his replacement with a more resolute hardliner. Hassel efforts to shorten lease of the German ambassador in London during this moment of weakness can be interpreted as a desperate attempt to fully bring the Empire's old guard diplomats in line with the Fatherland's party understanding of good foreign policy, potentially with far-reaching consequences. At a press conference in Berlin, Hassel declared that the British accusation is a fabricated claim of German ancient enemies that lurked in the shadows, and reinforced that no foreign country can arrogate to itself the right to judge or intervene in Germany's internal affairs. This move has been applauded by the Empire's foreign and political hawks, who have long described the mediocre, ambivalent relations between London and Berlin as duplicitous hypocrisy. London's reaction has been comparatively restrained, and an official government statement is to be awaited. World tension is increased by 3. As Bismarck said, we will become the anvil if we do nothing to become the hammer. I'm actually going to take this fleet and train them. Go into here. All of you producing, and I want a really cheap cruiser that's got sonar. Oh, it's too expensive. we will start to build a bunch of those. I would like some more dockyards. And military factories. Let's get some radar stations up. In the queue, we've got 30, 60, 67 factories constructing right now. Our Italian volunteers. Oh, we did lose one of our units. Alright, sorry. Recall our units. We've not been paying attention. American Union States has capitulated. We're no longer investing, so we actually should have more factories. And ace up their sleeves, it seems that Hassel's all-in strategy has failed and backfired. Tangible documents that were submitted to Hoysh, which provide the indisputable involvement of the DVLP in supporting the British dissident scheme, including several compromising photographs which come from the Duke Carl Edward's controversial social event in Gotha earlier this year. In every other situation, there would have been one person word against another, but the emergence of the photos put the foreign minister under severe pressure as they render all of his previous statements null and void. Lies and deception have naturally always been a part of diplomacy, but they usually only become a problem when they can be proven. Hassel's integrity is at stake, but not only has his own career in jeopardy, London's revelations also severely threaten to damage the reputation of the DVLP as a whole, especially within the black, white, and red bloc, because it would indirectly confirm the prejudices of concern of many old guard conservatives about the amorous, unreliable, and overly hawkish behavior of the national revolutionaries on the political stage. As a result, the DVLP's influence within the coalition might suffer from this incident. Therefore, Hassel is now faced with a risky game of chess. In order to emerge victorious from this standoff, he must both smooth things over in order not to further worsen relations with English, and somehow save face, reinforce his position, and preserve the strong standing of the Fatherland Party within the Kleist cabinet. A dangerous race against the clock has begun. Now we will see who really is a master diplomat of the Bismarckian school, and who will now go down in the annals of history as an unfortunate loser like many before. We can maintain a poker face and stall. We are awaiting a reaction from Berlin for the revelations. If we do nothing, they may be forced to wait, and the tension should dissipate after an action. We need to catch London off guard, withdrawing our ambassadors over this audacity. Certainly withdrawing our ambassadors to surprise the Brits and send a clear signal that we are dissatisfied with British audacity. I remember in my last playthrough I did this. I didn't do the maintain the poker face. The last time he got fired, but I think I can turn it around. Even if we do withdraw, yeah, we'll withdraw our ambassador. Oh, another war over here against the Qing Empire.
Unter Beschuss! Zeigt es ihnen!
War in sight for a brief moment. The world stood still in rapid succession. Both Germany and Britain have cut all diplomatic ties with each other as part of a tit-for-tat strategy. After all the tension in the faraway peripheries through the previous years, is now an ostentatious minor diplomatic incident that has brought Europe to the brink of war again, and the title pages of the newspaper all around the world are covered with the same question. War in sight. Kriegenscheid. La guerre est envoyée. Provincia Livonia. The times for secret diplomatic and bilateral negotiations are over, and now the attention of the entire globe is directed towards both nations, as fears of further escalation are rising in Paris, Vienna, and Moscow. Fearful observers and opportunist schemers make themselves ready to intervene or further their influence. The standoff between London and Berlin have now reached the hottest phase. Every minor decision will determine the outcome of the crisis, possibly the fate of both nations. Only one side will be able to emerge victorious. Both will need to carefully weigh their opinions and or options and consider how to proceed further. Hypothetical victory will be highly dependent on the opposites' potentially unclever decision. Two options remain: try to calm tensions or doubling down once again and further escalating the crisis. Let's wait and see. I know we escalated the last time and it backfired, so let's wait and see. Let's see what England does. Iran declared war on the Ottomans. They are a socialist, right? Yeah. Looks like the Princely Federation is actually beating back. Oh, but they do hate us. The Baradia Commune. Another war front opened. The war over Kaseb. Subdetection and minesweeping. I'm much more interested in the subdetection. At 100 political power, let's start getting our... I kind of like that army reformist, get that extra army experience gain for a little bit. We might switch over maybe to army organization later. Yeah, let's do that. The army reformer. The Austrian Empire accepts. Awesome. We got 50 military experience from that, or army experience. Let's do this. Military mission to Constantinople, the Armenian uprisings. Ah, that's exactly what we wanted. End of the ambassador crisis. London was humiliated. Shocking news from London when it was thought the tensions between Britain and Germany had already reached their maximum extent. The British doubled down one step further. Earlier this week, the discredited DVLP photographers taken at Ferdinand Castle were officially published in Britain's leading newspaper, the Daily Herald and the Daily Worker. Germany, on the other hand, decided to remain calm. In hindsight, the correct decision. International resonance has been relatively unimpressed as suspicious behavior exhibited by Britain in the run-up to the reveal largely destroyed their trustworthiness on the global stage and isolated them to a certain degree. Even Britain's most important allies have been rather reluctant to openly back London out of pragmatic considerations. Subsequently, London was confronted by a strong united front of German-aligned nations able to exert many times more pressure than the Empire alone. Frightened by this enormous backlash, London decided to row back and agreed to enter in a new rounds of negotiation with the Germans, this time in Berlin. In the heart of the Empire, the subdued Syndicalists were consequently pressured into making a broader way of concessions, such as financial compensation for the expropriated property of British emigres residing in Germany, and an official government statement about the spuriousness of the published photos for Berlin in the foreign of Secretary Hassel. The best possible cases occurred in almost a Bismarckian fashion. He decided to show restraint at the height of the crisis and got his opponents to strike first, which in turn isolated them on the global stage and gave Germany greater leeway to act. The Brits have managed to mercifully expose themselves to their own behavior. This incident seems to have boosted Hassel's reputation as a stalwart defender from syndicalist lies and deceit. For the DVLP, the crisis therefore came at just the right time, as it was certainly strengthened its position within the black, white, and red cabinet. London, on the other hand, will have a hard time getting rid of the reputation of the dubious and at the same time amorous or provocateur. World tension increased by 4, strengthened the standing of the DVLP, and gained base war support plus 10%. Awesome. Already doing better than our last time. Excuse me. Yeah, we gained an entire 15 more factories there. Very nice, very nice.
Angetreten.
Chile.
Angetreten. Bereit.
Division among the left. Leadership of the Democratic opposition have been under hard attack from the far left lately. Publications by the KAPD and KPD-aligned papers have highly criticized their position, claiming they lack the militancy necessary to defend Germany from the emergence of yet another reactionary dictatorship. Social Democrats and liberal leaders, fearing a threat to their leadership, the Democratic movement have responded in kind, attacking the socialists and syndicalists for their ceaseless call for division among the anti-reactionary front. All in all, it's a very good week for us. The Democrats have weakened their position significantly, gained plus 2% stability, and change in popularity, minus 1% for social democracy, social liberalism, and radical socialism. The fools fight amongst themselves.
Ausrücken.
I think we're about done over here fighting for Argentina. What's that say? The Blue Lotus. The newest comics of Georges Remy or Hergé takes place in the Qing Empire, where the reporter's Tintin is sent to dismantle drug trafficking. It is known that Hergé has helped in his work by a young student from the Glacian Council of Shanghai named Zhang Zhongring, who came to Flanders, Wallonia to study fine arts. The expertise of Zhang led to a striking and ruthless representation of Chinese society and contributed greatly to the enormous success of the book in both Europe and China. The book criticizes the weakness and the corruption of the Qing government, as well as the Japanese presence in Manchuria, and as such banned in both of these countries. So exciting. Portugal has joined the Entente. The truck breakthrough.
Bereit.
I'll attack this mountain tile. If we can get Shaanxi knocked out, then we can focus over here. The Italian Republic has fallen. Peru declared war on Chile. The war's pretty much over, though. Sudetentag held them. Kaiserreich. We've read this before. This pops up quite a bit. It just gives us 5 political power. Pretty nice. The second Regimento complete. A united syndicalist. Italy. A lot of syndicalists this game. Bolivia declared war on Chile. Hey guys, calm down. The war's over. I don't even know where the capital is at. Way up there. There it goes. Are you still at war with somebody? Oh, there's one title of the Patagonian Workers from it. Alright, guys. Alrighty. With that, we finished up researching synthetic refineries. We'll do that dispersed industries. Alright, with that, I'm going to end episode 6. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.